Right guys, welcome to part 2 of Farm Manager 2018. In this video we're going to be doing the second chapter of the story, so let's get into it. Right, so chapter 2 episode 1, Household Farming. You say that you want to breed chickens, your grandmother also did. She always said that they are less demanding than cows, but I was stubborn and insisted on cows. I know it was a bit expensive, but it might be worth it. Maybe it's time to change from cows to chickens. Now it's your farm, and if you insist on it, build a small silo and a chicken coop. Is that it? I've played a little bit of this, like the free mode, and we can't breed the cows because we've got 6, and I think the cows take a little while, so if we sold 2 of them and only had 4, then it's going to take forever to breed 5 cows, so I might as well just reject that. Take a loan, I'm not going to do that. We need to get water in. Oh, we have no workers. They're all working on here. Right, so what was it? A small chicken coop and a silo. So if we... Small chicken coop, which is actually rather large. And we can put it... We can put it over here. And if we get ourselves a dirt road, we can't actually place any road there. Right, so I put it there last time, we need to put it there. Too low temperature, so our crops and stuff aren't going to plant that well. Well, grow that well, whatever. No, let's carry on with the paved road. Right, that's a lot better. Are they still... Right, no, that's growing. So now if we water... Right, we don't have the most money, so I'm not going to upgrade their ability, like their skills and stuff. We're going to leave it as it is for now. And we need a silo. Oh, where are the silos? There. And if we put the silo... Can we put it here? No. I don't know if we're ever going to have to build more fields. So if we put it... Let's get it rotated. And we'll put it there. And then... Just get one more road just to make sure it fully connects. And that should be the first chapter done. Well, the first episode of chapter 2, sorry. I don't know if it's... We've just done both things, so I'm not sure if it's going to pop up. Yeah, there we go. Quite a nice chicken coop. Now you have to hire and assign a new worker as a caretaker. He or she should know how to handle eggs and repair the house walls because it's an eyesore to the neighbours. So you need to assign an employee to the small chicken coop and fix the farm owner's house. Okay, that's not good for our budget. And we need to... Anyone, you're really good with animals, so we'll have you working in there, and we're gonna wait to get onto the third episode. Now you have to set up a chicken farm and buy at least 4 chickens. So you've got to buy 4 chickens. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we're going through this chapter a lot quicker than I thought we would. What I want to quickly do is we have a lot of cow's milk. We're going to have to wait until the next episode starts. Right, I forgot there is nothing in our storehouse to feed the chickens. You have to buy something for them to eat quickly because they will starve to death. You will also have to wait a little for the supply of grain. In the chicken coop you will find a list of what they feed on. Purchase at least 100 kilos of lupine and 100 kilos of sunflower. They have a long shelf life, which makes them ideal for feed. So 100 kilos of that, plus what we need to do is in here go to trade, and the cow's milk, whenever it's above say 1,000, we're going to make sure it gets sold, and it does that twice a month, because I don't want the milk expiring and then we're just wasting product instead of selling it to get some money. And the manure we'll keep, the silage we'll keep, because I don't know if we're going to have to do anything. Cow's milk is very, very common, it's easy to get in the game. So we're just going to sell it when it goes above 1,000 litres. We'll leave that as it is. Now go to the market. We need to buy some, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but some lupine. We're going to buy, how much is 5,000? No, we're going to buy 500 for now. Yeah, well, 500 kilos. We only needed 100. But we want to make sure our chickens don't starve. So we now need sunflower. That might be a little bit more expensive. Yeah, so we're just going to get 100 kilos of that. There we go, done it. Phew, the situation is under control. Now you can calmly think about how to optimise the costs of breeding our animals. It's best to grow your own food for chickens and cows. We already have grass, so maybe lupine, corn and sunflower. You won't need to buy food for them next year. Just do not overdo it with the size of the field. For 10 by 30 metres is enough. It's already quite late, so sow the seeds without first preparing the soil. Otherwise, with so few people and equipment, you could not work on the larger field. We cannot make it before winter. Okay, so you need to plant lupine seeds, corn seeds and sunflower seeds on a 10 by 30 field. And we don't have to prepare the soil because otherwise it's going to take too long to grow. So if we'll leave a little gap. We can't even... That's not a 10 by 30, is it? No, it's far too wide. It just says plant them on the fields. So we could optimize it for proper growth later on, kind of thing. So if we could do, can we fit 2 fields here? Perfect. Now what's that? We've got 5 days for the strawberries. So if we, what was it? Lupine, corn and sunflower. So if we buy the seeds, actually, how many do we need to... We'd need 1 kilo. So if we buy a couple of kilos, it's not exactly expensive. Right, we'll get 5 kilos. And then we need corn seeds, 5 kilos. And sunflower seeds, also 5 kilos. And then once... Oh wait, no, we would have to... Because all the stuff you grow in this game, you don't need to repeatedly buy the seeds. So when the strawberries are harvested, they're just going to start growing automatically. So we do need to make another field. I kind of wanted to keep it like that, but we're going to have to... Maybe if we do a field here, like right out the back of the workers' house. And then our seeds should have turned up by now. Let's put it back to ultra speed. Right, let's just plant straight away like they said. Oh, we're waiting for the delivery still. There they are. Low amount of food. Yeah, okay. Wait, how? Oh, I've not sorted out how much... Oh wait, no, they can eat lupine, so why is it not... They've got food. Oh, it might have just taken a while for the worker to go and get it. Right, so we'll have the lupine here. We'll just have 1 person working on it. And then we'll have the corn in this one. Let's choose a worker, we'll get you. And then we're going to have to use the last person we have to do... Was it sunflower? Please tell me I've got that right. Lupine, corn, sunflower. Yeah, perfect. Right, so we're just going to wait for them to get planted, and then we should be on to the next episode. Oh, the chickens are ready, so we're going to call the inseminator. We had 4 chickens. How many are we going to have? Right, here's the inseminator now in his car. Or his little like truck thing. Oh, we got 6. So we managed to get 2 more chickens from the breeding, which isn't bad. They're not exactly expensive, but it's always good to save money and breed instead of buying. Right, I was waiting for this one now, then on to the next episode. I'm afraid that this small silo may not be enough. All hard seeds such as rye, sunflower or lupine are stored in silos. I think it's worth building an average size silo to have a place to store in future harvests. When you have some time, repair the fence at home and plant some flowers in the garden. So you need a medium silo and to fix the farm owner's house once again, which is another 8 grand. This is not good. It's not that one, it's this one. That's only 2,000. If we put them right next to each other, we'll put one more paved road in and then repair. Oh, the chickens are ready for breeding again. Right, so both animals and plants can be sick. In the case of animals, the matter seems simple, you have to call a vet. However, for plants it's more complicated. The field may be infested with insects, weeds or fungi. Spraying takes a lot of time and is not very cheap. Your plants can be sprayed, or you take a risk without spraying and then spray when the plants actually get sick. I suggest that you try spraying one of your fields with a herbicide. So use spraying anti-weed to spray on the field. So if we do this one, oh, we can get this harvested quickly. And then, which was it? Anti-weed. Do we have any? Alright. Anti-weed. We're not going to need much. If I just get 5 litres of it, that should be plenty. Right, I've got 89 strawberries. So if we go to the market, strawberries are pretty good for an income. No, in the cell. All of them, 600. That's very, very low. On free mode, I think they go for like 9. Maybe a little bit more. Like each strawberry goes for like $9 or £9 or whatever. Right, we'll sell them anyway. I don't think we're going to need the strawberries. If we do, then it's only going to take 23 days game time to grow them again. If we spray, has it turned up? Yeah, we've got 5 litres. Right, I take 1 litre for a 10 by 10 field. And we need to start automating the process to sell the chicken eggs and everything. I can quickly sell them now. I don't think they're worth a lot. No, not too bad. Right, and the chickens need breeding again, but we've got to wait until... I think this is the final episode of the 2nd chapter. It is. In what condition is your first strawberry field? Look at our bank account. We really need those plants, or these plants. When you harvest them, remember to sell them quickly because they have a very short expiry date. Yeah, so collect strawberries from the field. And one thing, if I quickly slow this down, we'll call this inseminator for that. If we click on here, you can do all these different sorts of training, and with its building upgrade, 400,000, this allows auto trading every single week. Milk, strawberries, they expire very, very quickly and you're not able to sell them. They just go to rot and they get chucked out of the warehouse kind of thing. When we upgrade, it goes from every 2 weeks the guy comes around to buy the stock to every week. So that is a lot better if you can upgrade your house. If you've got 400,000 sitting around, then do upgrade it because it makes a massive, massive difference to selling all your stuff. How many chickens? We're still waiting for that guy. We're paused, aren't we? So if we go back to full speed, we're just waiting for that guy, and we need to collect strawberries, which aren't ready for 3 weeks. So whilst the game's playing out, here he is. We had what, 8? We went up to 10. Not bad. We're getting like 2 chickens every breed. Soon we'll have a full chicken coop. Right, what I'm going to do is the stuff. Right, they can be sold. Anything over 1,000 litres. With 6 cows, I'm going to put anything over 500. Lupine we need. Sunflowers we need. Silage. I'm not sure what we're doing with the silage. Oh, they're ready for breeding again. See, the chickens are very, very quick for breeding. The cows, like, they take forever. And I think we're currently in the summer months. When it gets to the winter, we cannot grow any crops. Like all fruits and stuff like that, we can't grow. The best way I found around it is only for fruits. Strawberries in free mode at least are the most profitable thing that you can plant really. So what you would do is buy a greenhouse and you want to put an irrigation system in there, and it keeps your crops watered, so you don't need to bother watering them all the time, and they can grow all year round. So you can grow strawberries for the whole year instead of having to wait for the winter to pass through, because the game, like, your whole screen gets covered in snow and stuff. Like, as you're progressing and it gets into the winter season, you will get snow on the game, which is pretty cool. We've got 13 and they're ready to breed again. We're going to end up with a full coop, which is good because we'll produce more eggs, and more eggs equals more money. And whilst we're on that, we're going to track our eggs. Produce 4 chicken eggs to win 5,000. That's going to help us out massively, and we should produce them in any moment. For those of you that watched the first video I did for this game, there was a task pop-up that said one of my employees wanted to go and do some training. When that pops up, if you just click on the house and then find the employee, click on them, then you can pay to increase their skills. But when the thing pops up saying they want to go on the training, 1 level becomes free, so you don't have to pay for it, which is pretty good. I just wish I knew that, like, before I started recording the first video, because we would have increased our employees' skill. I can't remember which one it was, but we would have increased their skill 1 level. Right, so now what we can do is harvest, autofill. I don't think we need to worry too much about these yet. We will do at some point, but I would, like, it's really annoying me how they're not ploughed and cultivated, or fertilised either, because we're not exactly storing the manure for nothing. Right, we're not even going to get to sell the strawberries. Right, so we've completed chapter 2. It didn't take too long. We've got some chickens. We've got a few more fields now growing different types of plants and stuff, so that our chickens and our cows can eat nicely. We're not done too bad. It didn't take too long, but we will be back very shortly for chapter 3, and that is going to be the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching.